Hey guys, I thought I would do one little video that just focused on our Pilates breathing. I know breathing can be the last thing that falls into place. It can be very frustrating sometimes, and it really shouldn't be because it's your life force and it should be as natural as, well, breathing. So I know that thinking about it consciously is a very different ballgame. So I want to start by just putting the hands on the belly, and I want you to breathe down into your belly. You should feel the skin underneath your hands inflate and deflate. And if you find that incredibly hard, I did in the beginning, I couldn't find that at all. I had to fake it. I had to push it out and then pull it back in to try and retrain my muscles what the correct thing was to do, because as a dancer, and then a Pilates teacher for many years, teaching very strong Pilates, I had just gotten completely rock solid, and there was no movement of these tummy muscles at all when I was breathing. So that was a really big learning curve for me, and that was causing more problems than it was helping. So this is worth doing, breathing down into that belly, getting some movement, and then breathing out from the front of that pubic bone. You want to start to pull up, pulling the lower belly in and up, like you were trying to gently draw the pubic bone towards your breastbone. And the ribs are coming down. I'll talk about them in a second. Breathing out. Sometimes in class we talk about the diamond here, and we think about the diamond between your hands going back and up as you engage those lower tummy muscles. So you can breathe right down into it, right down into your bottom, let that pelvic floor feel elastic, but then pick it all back up again from the front of the pelvic floor if you can try, or the middle, and just drawing in and up. And then when we get into our real Pilates stuff, we hold that for quite some time. We learn to hold that and still breathe down there, but to hold those more structural muscles, so that you are not letting go in order to breathe and lose your position and then strain another group of muscles to compensate. I hope that makes sense. So now let's go up to those ribs. Put your hands on the outside of those ribs and take a big breath into the heels of the hands. And as you breathe out, I want you to use your hands to help push those ribs back in and down. And we're going to go again. Inhale. Let them expand sideways, and then breathe out and let them soften back into your chest. I often say in class, let those intercostal intercostal muscles between your ribs kind of hug into your breastbone. I don't know if you'll get a very good view, but I'll try here. Just going in wide, and exhale, and let them just kind of squeeze back in. And then you want to add that along with those lower tummy muscles. So breathing in, down into the belly, filling the pelvic bowl, letting the ribs expand, and then breathing out from the bottom of the pelvic bowl, pulling that diamond in and up, and then feeling those ribs hug you. All this without going into flexion. And now keep that all engaged and still breathe down. So I'm keeping my tummy engaged, right? But I'm still letting my ribs expand. Watch that. Shall we try without the shirt again? But this is holding strong the whole time. So when you can get that to have some endurance, then when you are doing your double leg extensions or staying in chest lift or keeping the legs in the air, all of a sudden that starts to feel a lot easier. So whether you approach this from, oh, I've got to get the breathing right first, or whether you go about it from a trusting the process method, which is go through the movement, do the best version that you can. If you can only keep your legs in the air for 2 repetitions, do that, bring them back down, give them a hug, stick them back up there, do another Build it up slowly. You are never failing. It is never wrong. It is only a journey. Honestly, 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 I wish I had evidence of how terrible I was at Pilates when I first started. I could talk the talk, but I couldn't walk the walk. And it's been a wonderful journey. But it all, at the root of it all is breathing. At the root of being pain-free, at the root of having a healthy mindset and mental well-being is breathing. I believe in that with my whole heart. Again, if anybody wants to get in touch, wants to have a chat, I would happily do so. Just get in touch. Cheers.